But anywho, that is where you grease. That is where you adjust the PTO clutch on this tractor. Okay, that is where you adjust the PTO clutch, and you can hear it working over on that side of the tractor, just like such. So that has been addressed. I'm going to turn my attention over to greasing this feed grinder, because, well, it's in the shop. Why the heck can't we put grease in the darn thing? Okay, it's common sense, and this does not work, but we don't use it. We just use the one up here. Boom, on, off, such as that. And then there is a grease bank back here that New Holland has ever so nicely put back here to make greasing this machine ever so easy. And for those of you that have the New Holland 355 feed grinder, the grease bank is located right there to make things easy. I know you guys too are gonna say, well, why don't you blow this thing off? And believe me, I want to back this thing out and blow the thing off, but I just work here. Okay? But with that being said, I'm going to go get a grease gun and grease them fittings. There should be realistically one here, because there was one here on the farmhand, and I do feel it. It's right in there. It's right there. Right there, okay? It's the grease fitting. So I'm going to, what I had happen yesterday is I was trying to grease the off-road truck, and I had a grease fitting explode on me. I got two kinds of grease fitting, or one kind of grease fitting here. These lock and load grease adapters are what we use. I had gotten a pack by accident off of the rack that said hydraulic coupler, and I was like, yeah, I don't think that is what I'm supposed to be using. So I will go into my drawer here, get me a 1/2-inch wrench, because that is what, it's either a 1/2 inch or a 7/16. I do not recall, but that is what happened. Under 10,000 pound of pressure that this grease gun puts out, is the thing just blew all to heck. I don't know why the thing blew apart, and it's definitely a 1/2 inch, like I said. I don't know why the thing blew apart, but it is no way no. It is no way no more. Requires a crescent wrench, and then your 1/2 inch to untighten these darn silly things, because, well, they need to be that tight. So what I'm going to do now is get this thing off of here, and then I'm going to bring you guys back. Okay, so the crescent wrench doesn't work. Okay? The adjustable crescent wrench does not work. Going to get mad at it. I'm gonna try. Ooh. I'm gonna try vice grips because I know that these things will bite. I know that these things will bite. Okay. Hey, dummy, you're going the wrong way. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Thank you, Captain Obvious, for telling me that I'm going the wrong way. It's always good to have Captain Obvious around. So there is the old grease fitting. It completely just blew apart. It didn't even give any warning or anything. What had happened was I was on a hard fitting that wouldn't take grease. I relaxed it, and then I went again. But instead of stopping when I got hard, I relaxed it. I let off the trigger, relaxed it, and then went again, and it just went kabang. The two ends here separated, and that is the end of that. The other end is still stuck in the machine yet, so we're gonna have to go. Extract that. But before we go do that, we need to get us a grease. What we need to do is, there's an adjuster in here, okay? There's an adjuster in here that opens and closes these balls. And the balls do not work very well on a brand new grease. And so what I'm going to do is actually take this end and put it in my vise. And then what I'm going to do is take my pipe wrench, because the pipe wrench is designed for round surfaces like this. What I'm going to do is take a pipe wrench and just ever so easy. Oh, I need to turn that down a little bit more. And then I hope you guys are seeing something. Because what needs to happen is this end here needs to come loose, because just like I was talking about, there are little balls in there. And there it is. There it is. There is the gap that I want to see. Right there. And just like I was saying earlier, you take and you screw this guy out when they're brand new, because, you know, see them adjusting in there, because you get a brand new end on your gun, and you have the hardest time getting it off and everything. Well, you got to back them off a quarter turn or so, and it opens them jaws up in there, and you can get your, and as the more wore out this gets, the more closed you got to close this. Okie dokie, got this finger figured out, got that adjusted right where I want it. Grab my gun, make sure I got enough in the battery. Yep. We're good to go. When it gets about 2 bars or so is then when I will deal with it. I'm going to get these right here while I'm looking at them. So I got that in the low range. Okie dokie. Well, I actually forgot to reset my settings on my grease gun because, like I said, I was using it to grease the off-road truck, and I did not put my settings back to 3 pumps because that's all the more that these pins and everything takes is 3 pumps. So that was my fault. I shouldn't have turned it all the way up to 50, but I needed to grease them pins on that truck. But let me get them 3 down there, and actually you guys can just, I'll just put you right here. Okay. Just gonna, ouch. Put you there, smack my arm on everything, and try and finagle my way in here because this thing needs greased. There. Thing cracked off at 3 pumps, so yeah. You know, I'd be surprised if that's not a grease fitting underneath that auger, or the little access cover here, but it almost feels like it is. I don't know, but I do know that there's some on the PTO shaft. I don't know of anywhere else, but them 3 bank grease fittings. That is why it's always good to consult no, that's for 4020. Where's the one for the grinder? Well, I knew I'd find it. Knew it was around here somewhere. And then right here is a list of everything, of all the grease fittings. There is a, I don't know if it's a pin. It says something about a sheave. No, that's not a grease fitting. Said something about a sheave that gets grease. Okay. And that is not in here. Not in here. Actually, would be better to take this thing out and wash it. But it's just the fact that, you know, there's bearings and stuff, and it don't need to get washed because, like I've always said, that stuff gets wet. Stuff gets wet, and then it don't want to work right anymore. So I'm just going down in here trying to feel my way around where Let me take my hand, and I'm not feeling anything down in here. So it's showing in the book that wherever that belt, okay, yep, there it is. Right there's that belt. And then I am not feeling a grease fitting. Why am I not feeling a grease fitting on this? Right there. right there. 2 of them, actually. Okay. So this makes things easy. Okay. Just put him... What about over here? Yes? No? Maybe? There's one right here. I do know that. I do know that. There. And then it's time to do the jack. This one back here is always a pain in the butt. No, it's actually on the bottom. Okay. So I'm gonna get that one, and then we'll move our way up here. You know, I don't know why I cut the camera off. When I say I'm going to do stuff like that, because why not just let people just sit and watch me fuss over this kind of stuff when it comes to greasing. How in the world do you get in here to grease this thing? I guess I could try. I know there's somebody out there in YouTube land that, why don't you just, oh, you know what? I could just go in that way. Make my life easier, but how in the world? Then you get your end up here. Oh, these darn fittings. They're such a pain in the butt. Heck with it. Heck with it. I might have to end up turning the shaft. Yeah. The heck with it. Which is the most stupid, because it just is. Okay. Actually, what it is, what one thing is back there is the same up here. It's facing down, so yeah. See if I can try and turn this darn thing. I probably won't be able to. I'll probably hook it back up the tractor. And turn it. Oh. Back up we go. Oh, make sure the thing is latched in properly. Oh, then we'll just go ahead and bump it over. Oh, hopefully that did the trick. Hopefully that got me around on this other end. And it did, yes. It sure did. Okay. So I can get in here now at a little bit better angle. Need to take and cut all these stupid guards off this PTO driven equipment, because you cannot get in here with these damn plastic guards to grease nothing. You just can't. Fucker, tell me not to grease. Of course. Never fails. Never frickin' fails. Yeah. Well, I got the most I could. I'm gonna let that alone. Turn my attention over to a couple back here that I didn't get. Which would have been that one and that one down there. Because they need a greasing. They need a greasing. They're there and they're going to get grease. So, one had a little bit of dirt and schnucks built up underneath of it, but you know, it is what it is. Well, yeah, stupid grease fitting. Oh, come on here. Well, I done made a mess. Need to clean my mess up. But that's what I want to see, is the grease there. Not up here like I did, but, you know. Such is life of Northeast Tile Farmer. So, yeah, at least stuff is greased and taken care of. And why do I hear a cluck in here? Oh, there's a chicken in here. Well, how cool is that? Well, our grinder's done, taken care of, and ready for more use. So, thanks for watching, guys. We will catch you next time.